Hello there, and welcome to another Starfield video. So today we're looking at another ship by the talented Nolgroth. So this is the Trade Authority Greenback. This was a ship, I believe, would I be right in saying, Nolgroth, that also say hello, Nolgroth. Sorry, I should probably let you introduce yourself before I start rambling.
Hi, everybody. This is Nolgroth, and thank you, Crimson, for having me back on again.
It's a pleasure. I definitely not using your reviews. No, I'm joking. But so back to this anyway. Was this made around? Because I remember was there a build Discord challenge on making a Trade Authority vessel, or maybe it wasn't a Trade Authority. Was this made in reference to that? Yeah. Okay. So it was. Yeah. I think
you issued the challenge, my friend.
I did. It's to be fair. Yeah. This was a while ago. We're kind of going through some of the ships, and we're getting to some of his more recent ones. So yeah, I basically issued a challenge, which plugging the Discord, we do that quite a lot because we do the live streams where we do, like, you know, the community kind of builds. But we also do little kind of weekly challenges where someone puts forward an idea. This one, I think it was making a Trade Authority vessel, because in game there is no like dedicated Trade Authority vessel. I believe is there reskinned ones? Where yes. They're like, yeah, so they're technically Trade Authority, but they're not unique. So this is a completely unique vessel, the Greenback. So I suppose we'll start off with what was kind of your idea when coming with this? Because it's obviously a Trade Authority vessel, but like, was this meant to be kind of specifically a hauler? Is it meant to do a bit of smuggling? Is it meant to just give me a kind of a brief intro on the vessel and the kind of the building of it?
Well, obviously, it's a looking at the cargo. It's definitely a cargo hauler. I also, the Trade Authority buys contraband. That's one of the places you can sell it really easily. So I threw some shielded cargo on there and a scan jammer. And I also put a computer room because in my headcanon, they're subcontracting from Galbank to transport
credits.
What do you call it? Yeah, encrypted currency.
I like that. That's actually quite a cool idea, because whenever we see that kind of computer, it's never really known what it's for, but the fact that you've kind of incorporated into the build. I will say we've got a very Hope Tech heavy build, and is that because, again, personal choice, or is it because you think it would fit with, you know, it being a Trade Authority vessel that they kind of go to Hope Tech?
I went with it because it's a hauler. And,
you can't beat Ron Hope for his hauling and also pillaging farmers, but, you know, we're not talking about that today. So it looks awesome. I love the color scheme, because that's something that I think Bethesda tries to do with a lot of their reskinned like vessels. Like, the Ecliptic, the Varun, they're just reskins with different colors. But I like that not only is this the color matching, it's also quite unique. Now, a couple of things I kind of want to ask because I'm interested in. So that top area, I'm assuming that's a crane, is it?
Yeah, that's Mike Freeman's crane.
Yep.
He has put on a couple of his vessels, and he urged me to use it for this build. So,
because Michael MT, he brought up a very good point, which none of us really thought about, but then that is his profession. He does this sort of stuff. Is when you're landing on planets like that don't have a starport, you need a way to get your stuff off the ship. So cranes make a lot of sense. And like with this build, this is a crane. It rotates, picks up everything. I just realized now the crane is backwards. So not backwards, but this end is the picky up end, I'm assuming, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, see, I was looking at it, I was like, this doesn't look like a crane, but it does actually. But I like that addition.
Unfortunately, with the pieces we have.
No, you did. You did a very good job. I was, like I said, I was just a bit silly. I was looking at it the wrong way. It looks very much like a crane. And also this here, is this just a little bit of greebling? Or I really love these pieces, by the way. The Hope Tech radiator, phenomenal. Is this meant to? I actually think yeah. I realized what it was doing as soon as I seen it. Yep, this is your fuel. I'm assuming, is it?
That's correct.
Yeah. You like using these pipes, which makes a lot of sense. This is one of the reasons why I love your builds, because like you're kind of using pieces that, like, they're obviously intended, like they're pipes, they're meant for, you know, fuel, but most people don't. I use them as like, okay, we need some texturing on a side, let's do that. I'm just looking at everything. You went with the these engines. It's pretty weaponized, I would say. We've got some turrets and some missiles. Again, with the Trade Authority, I'm assuming it's a sort of thing where they have the money to defend themselves, I'm guessing, is it? that weapon layout?
That's pretty much it. Again, one, it's meant to be played in Starfield,
Yeah,
so we got to have weapons. So if you go to the meta reasons, they're there. But they're going to be transporting valuable cargo, parcels, encrypted data. They need to be able to defend themselves, and so that's why I
exactly.
ran it the way I did.
And I like it though because I like the mix of kind of because you've got like the lasers and the particles, and you've got the missiles. So like if somebody gets a little too close, you're definitely going to scare them off. It looks awesome. I will say I really love I love the using both the Hope 5 landing gear and the Hope 55. I love these landing gear. I wish we could flip them. So we'll check out some of the stats real quick, and then we'll go and do a walkthrough. So it's got quite a lot of fuel, 550, which I feel like realistically this probably could, like with this ship, I'm assuming it's just going from, say, point A to point B in the settle system. But you could definitely take this out to some remote outpost if they needed supplies.
That's correct.
It's got pretty decent hull, 1210. The thing is with hull, like always, like you're gonna kind of hit that medium point with B and C's. It's got a lot of cargo, 6280 cargo with 380 shielded, so we can store all the Aurora we want. B-class reactor with 36 power, not too bad. Crew of 7. Now, we talked about this a little bit in some of the other ships. In your kind of opinion, would this be would this be accurate to the crew? Do you think this requires a small crew in your head, or would this require kind of a larger crew than Starfield would allow?
I think this is actually a pretty small cruise ship. I think that what it might have that Starfield doesn't really deal with, unless it's glitching, is some sort of security or marine force to repel any sort of boarding action that might happen.
Hopefully, that is something we would get, because I have wanted that so much. Just having, because you have the armory / brig, but it'd be nice to have like a section for like a security force or a crew. Like you're telling me that the UC ships don't have a kind of a boarding party, or Anyway, it's got a jump rating of 30 light years, which is impressive. Now I see why, because wait, no, actually I don't see why. How did you get 30? Oh, perks. It's perks, isn't it?
I believe there's the astrodynamics perk.
There might be. Okay, yeah, no. So the jump range, the stats may be a little off just because this character has them. But the thing is, with this thing, because it's a hauler, you're kind of going to be jumping from specific points. You're not going to be... Well, I mean, you could take this out and explore, but, it's not really designed for that. It's got... what do we got? We got... B-class shield is, I believe, that is the... Yeah, we've got the 20AT Defender, 1500 base. Obviously, with the perks, it's 2700. It's got 3 sets of weapons. It's got those missile pods on the front. Got 4 laser turrets, 2 particles...
No,
it doesn't have any particles. Oh, they're cannons. Ah.
They're cannons. There's 3 and 3.
Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. And then if you were going to build this, do you know roughly how much it would cost? Because I'm assuming there's 66 is the value. Probably around 600K, maybe?
Probably.
It's one of these things where, like, it's going to be pricey. If you normally build Nolgroth, you kind of have a donor ship that you kind of break apart and reuse the parts. So if you were going to recommend someone to build this, what ship would you say would be the best, if you could think off the top of your head?
Off the top of my head, I believe the Varun Dirge has the tanks and the engines and the reactor and the grav jump drive there.
The Dirge, is that the one based on the Galileo?
No, that would be the him. It's a Stroud Eklund base, but I don't know what the Stroud Eklund one would
But
be.
either way, that's the one anyway, the Dirge, to check out. All right, so we're going to go and check it out. I will do my little, let me press my button. Aha, please don't crash my game. What are you going to say, sorry?
I was just going to say, don't quote me on the Dirge. It's one of the Class B Varun ships that has those tanks, and I can't remember which one that is. It could be the Eulogy.
It looks awesome. I love the one of the things I think I love the most is the asymmetry of the vessel. Like, I know for myself, when I'm building, I tend to go symmetrical because, I feel like would it be a human thing to like to see symmetry, but you've done a really good job of kind of having it somewhat off-centered. Like not off-centered, like obviously, you know, it's has its central cockpit and stuff, but you've got one side is the cargo, one side is the fuel.
That's
Looks
correct.
really awesome. I'm gonna just underneath. Bit of a tight squeeze underneath there, but Vasco doesn't mind. All right, let's head inside. Oh,
It is a little bit of a maze inside.
oh, lovely. Okay, well, as long as there's no ways to break my leg, I don't
It's
think
not a
it's
very tall ship.
so I shouldn't be too bad. All right, so we got a. Before I suppose start, is there any custom interiors, or are we just using default halves?
Just default halves.
Okay, perfect. So we've got an infirmary straight off the bat with a docking port. Any particular reason you put this here?
I always put the infirmary as close to the docking port as I can. My reasoning being that if you have to offload passengers, it's just going to be easier to
That makes a
get them
lot of
up to the
sense.
docking port.
Then if we come back this way, we have a dining area. Very nice. I've started to like these more and more. I used to always shy away from the kind of the bigger 2x2s and 3x2s and stuff. But I'm starting to kind of really like them, especially now with the customization options. Oh, I thought that was a cigarette ad. Get the. I'm assuming like with this, you know, this is. Would you say this ship is built for kind of a long haul situation?
Sure, absolutely.
It makes sense having like the kitchen and stuff. Now what do we have here?
The amount of fuel that it's got and everything.
Yeah, I can imagine seeing this thing kind of because like obviously you know like. Oh God, I remember now. This is your companion. What I was gonna say is like, because obviously you know it could be going from Aquila Trade Authority to New Atlantis, but you could also be bringing it to like a random outpost. So you got a. Is this a living quarter? No, is it a living?
All in one.
All in one berth. All in one. Yes, I knew that. All in one berth. Very nice. And then over this is the living quarters, isn't it? This is the one with yeah.
Yep, there's the living quarters right here.
For some reason, it's like, oh, the main difference. There's supposed to be weights.
I think the door.
The door
wiped out the
probably,
weight.
yeah. So the crew, you have a lot of areas for the crew to be entertained on their journey. And then
This is the captain's quarters.
Is it?
Okay. Oh, you know what? I changed it to a captain's quarters when I was building the blog because I noticed I didn't have the captain's quarters in here. So this is supposed to be.
This is supposed to be, yeah, this is supposed to be a captain's quarters. Okay, cool. Oh, I didn't know you could grab them. Okay, perfect. I was gonna say I don't know what sort of captain you are, but imagine before captain. Well, I mean it is Hope Tech. I could definitely imagine the captain having to share. Then we head this way. I think we're still underneath. Oh, we got an engineering room. Very nice.
Oh, any big ship like this is going to have an engineering room on one of my builds.
They are growing on me because I initially used to not like them because they don't do anything, but now it's like when you kind of get to the point where like all ships end game are just going to be particles and small. It's like it's, you know, you have to enjoy the little things like engine rooms.
You missed, I think.
Oh, did I? Oh, sorry.
Go all the way to the back, I believe. Oh, it's the ladder.
Oh, ladder going up. Okay, cool. Oh, okay. I did not realize this was here. Oh my. Okay, this makes sense having a cargo area because it is a cargo vessel. And this is probably, I would say, one of the nicer cargo holds. Is the 3x3?
Yes.
Yeah, 3x3. Yeah, Hope Tech knows how to do cargo. We have like a ads over here. There's like a, it's like a, basically there's like a beer company called Carlsberg, and it's basically like if Carlsberg did this, you know, but they don't. It's kind of, you know, like kind of referencing if they did it, it'd be awesome. That's pretty much Hope Tech. If Hope Tech did something, because I feel like when it comes to hauling, it's Hope Tech or nothing. All right, is there doors here I am missing, or is this just this?
I don't think so. I think it just goes back down into the
back underneath to the belly of the beast. Is there 3 levels to this altogether?
I don't think so. I think there's only, well, there must be because the bridge. So there probably is a 3rd level.
Up here, backpedal.
Don't remember where the stairs are.
Find it. Well, there's no stairs. It's called a ladder, Nolgroth.
Whatever.
Oh, I
Oh,
like these. I really like these.
yeah, this was the one feature that I showed off in the thing.
I
Those are
really,
basically the weapon pods where
yeah,
everything's mounted on, and I
I
put those little
really
computers.
like these. That's because I was
So
gonna
I like
say,
there is some customization to this.
because when you look at it from the outside, I was like, oh, I wonder like if there's any use to those little tubes, but there very much is. They're really cool. And then oh,
Yeah, I kind
that's
of
the
had the
bridge.
whole Millennium Falcon thing
Yeah, I was
going on
gonna
there.
think that. Yeah, Millennium Falcon, one there, one there. Yep. Then we have the control station for the crew.
And then
The workshop. Very nice. Minus 2 points for not putting a research station now, but it's okay, you know. I'm gonna be too harsh. No, I'm joking.
this is the trade authority. They do all their research in labs.
That's fair. That is fair. And then we have this is like you were saying. This is here more so if you're moving currency.
Currency or encrypted data that needs to go somewhere. Because remember, uh, the ships travel faster than the radio signals do.
Yep.
So
This could be
ships should
very
be the
much a
ones
data
that.
courier.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then we head to the bridge. And let's take her off. We've got the Armstrong Bridge, a very nice bridge. So
Yeah, I probably would have put the Overseer Bridge on it, but I was lazy and just was building from my workshop or from my
well, the thing is,
outpost here.
I think it looks quite nice because the thing is with the trade authority with those big open bridges, I just imagine like that they would require a more seasoned crew, you know, like you'd have to have the captain, the weapons, all these people working together, whereas this is just one guy can fly it, you know, which makes
Yeah, well,
sense.
remember, you're probably going to get jumped here because
Oh
you're on
yeah, yeah.
Serpentis.
All right, so that's perfect. We can test the weapons. We'll test the speed very quickly. Base speed is going to be 140 because we got those are they I always wondered because oh, hold on now. Are they the quest ships? Quest engines rather?
No.
They're not, so you can get them anywhere.
Well, you get them. You can get them on Neon. You can get them from Rima 3 Red Mile.
Ah, okay. Okay, yeah, this thing is pretty tanky. Going with the fact that we only have missiles, like, you know, for our primary weapons, but I quite like it. It makes it. This is something I used to like to do on some of my ships, where if I could lock first. Oh, we're spinning. Oh, we're spinning.
It's not just the Starborn Guardian anymore.
I didn't know missiles could do that. Oh, critical. Oh,
Yeah,
drop
prophecies
under
are
it.
tough.
I believe that might have been the one you got the engine off, or the things off, because that had the 2 fuel tanks.
It could have been, but many of them do. The hymn
Yeah.
has them, and I believe I don't remember if it's the dirge or the other one, the eulogy.
But as you
But
can
one of the
see,
two also.
Sorry, I was just gonna say the weapons are very effective. I love that you like where you built them. Like it's it's like obviously you built it here, but like it was the only purpose because of the bug, or did you like the fact that you could kind of battle test the ships once you've built them?
That came later. The original part was just because this is where I come and capture ships, and I cheat. I register them with the console, so I don't have to pay for anything.
Wow, cheater.
Absolutely, and I'm proud of it. So what would happen is I would build up a ship, spend all my money, build up a lot of credits in my shipbuilder, and then I would sell the ships that I go and capture. And that way it kept me pretty well afloat
Yep, that
in
makes
terms of money.
the boost speed is going to be a bit lower just because the engines are not working, but I'm going to make the assumption, let me see, probably going to be around 500, 520. Let's do a little agility test. Again, that'll be a bit... It's actually quite a low, I know. Ships feel more agile in third person. I don't know if they actually are. I know that's something Bethesda's with their engine, is in players in third person move faster. It's quite agile for what it is. All right, so we're
Yeah, I think it's
gonna,
somewhere between 60 and 65 on the mobility. So.
which is very nice. It kind of it's nimble-ish, but it's not like, you know, hyper nimble. It kind of fits with it being kind of a hauling vessel. So we're gonna head down to the plan now. We're gonna do a teardown. We'll be right back. All right, so we have split the vessel into 4 sections. So we've got the crane here. Now, Nolgroth wants to kind of reference that this is Empty Freeman, Michael. He came up with this idea, but like I said, I don't think he minds. He, you know, he's sharing his wisdom to the youth. Hopefully he didn't hear that. I apologize, Michael. Please don't hurt me. Anyway, so the crane itself, we've got a Hope Tech riser B. We've got a Hope Tech pipes aft, Hope Tech pipes mid. We have the Stroud engine mount, Hope Tech riser A. We have a Deimos hull A with 2 portholes, port and starboard. Porthole up on top and a porthole on the bottom. Okay, there's no other. Perfect. Second level of the vessel, kind of the main, I would say, the crew area. We've got the Armstrong 10 cockpit. We've got a Hope Tech companionway 1x1. We've got a Hope Tech control station 2x1. A workshop 2x1 and a computer core 2x1. And then on top here, we've got a spine B and a spine A aft with a scan jammer multi-frequency. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Galleon S202 cargo holes from Protector System, 950 cargo, nice and bright yellow. Back here we have this Hope Tech Hab spine with a 28T Defender shield generator, B class from Dogstar, 12 power, 1500 shield. Was this just kind of put here as a sort of a just to stop, like to hold it together?
Yeah, but I kind of also figured that might be an area where you might smuggle somebody in.
Oh, I like
know,
that's a good idea. I really like that. Yep. That's really
like there's
clever.
a secret panel in that that cargo holder
Yeah,
up front.
yeah. Some the really channeling the Millennium Falcon. I like it. Then at the back here we have 2 of the 4, I believe, in total. Yeah, 4 SAE 5660 engines for the airspace, B class, 3 power, 24,300 engine thrust, 5550 maneuvering. In the middle here we have the Z Machine 4000 reactor from Amadon, B class, 35 power, 995 hull. Now I will say, was this just a case of the other ship had it and you're using it?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, because there's nothing wrong with this, but it is, you know, it's just not something you see people tend to use.
I probably have used the Mag 104DS if I was building it without.
Yeah, but again, it makes sense though in a way, because like you were saying, like they it's the trade authority. They're gonna kind of want the bare minimum. You know, make me a ship as cheap as you can while still being functional. Because I believe that's probably cheaper than some of the other ones. Anyway, we've got turrets back here, unmounted on 2 equipment plates. This side we have the Scorch S 80 megawatt pulse laser from Lightside, a turret, sorry. B class, 1500 range, 3 fire rate, 32.5 shield damage, and 4 power. And then on the opposite side, we've got the KE-42 cannon turret, Ballistic Solution Incorporated, B class, 1500 range, 2.5 fire rate, 58.49 hull damage, and 4 power. And then we've got a Hope Tech pipe mid A here, Hope Tech radiator top, Hope Tech pipe mid A, and then another 4, and this is for the fuel. And now this is the part I want to kind of focus on. So we've got 2 Hope Tech Hab cross braces. On top, we've got 2 equipment plates with some missile pods, CE-39 missile launchers, and Ballistic Solution Incorporated, B class, 4000 range, 1 fire rate, 109.19 hull and shield damage, and 3 power. And then we have 2 Horizon weapon mounts with cannons on top, pulse lasers on the bottom. So this, like you said initially, like, was this, when kind of did you decide to kind of go with the kind of the weapon emplacements or the weapon pods? Like early on, did you kind of have the idea of wanting it? Because it seems like you have a lot of Millennium Falcon style, not a lot, but like with the kind of the smuggling and stuff. And
it was during the build process, and I would say it was somewhere in the middle of the build process when I was starting to form the overall shape of the ship. That, because originally those were Stroud mounts, and then I was like, got an idea. That's where it evolved from.
It's a really cool idea, and I quite like it, because I feel like with a lot of ships in Starfield, like obviously you have like your co-pilot seat and your navigator seat, but generally they don't have, like, you know, like weapon emplacements like the Millennium Falcon, for instance. Like you got to go get up out of the cockpit and jump into it. And I really like that because it feels more realistic almost, you know. like old school in a way. Not everything is kind of
And NASA punk.
yes, that too. Second level of the vessel, we have our Hope 11 Docker 4 Hope Tech. We got a Hope Tech Infirmary 2x1, a Hope Tech Mess Hall 3x2, a Hope Tech Cargo Hall 3x2. We have our RD3000 Beta Grav Drive from Relodyne, B class, 10 power, 36 jump thrust. I would love to know what because I don't see this jumping very far without the perk, but I'd say it probably has a jump range of like maybe 20 light years without the perk. And then we've got two more of the SE engines. We've got a single 800T helium-3 tank from Bliss Solutions, 550 fuel. Is this another smuggling area by chance?
No, I just happen to have it, and I stuck it in there.
Okay. Hope Tech Hab Spine. Now, real quick, are these meant to be thrusters? Braking thrusters?
Yes, those are braking thrusters.
Okay, because a lot of my builds, they're like full missiles, because I'm like, Bethesda only gives me 3 weapons, but that's good to know. And then I notice how these are off-centered. So you've got 3 of these Hope 55, 2 on one side, and then 1 on the other. What's the kind of the main reasoning behind it being off-centered or asymmetric?
Well, on the port side, we have all of the cargo, and on the starboard side, we only have the fuel tanks, and it is the Trade Authority. They're cutting corners, so they just stuck a couple of those Hope 5s at the back and
called it a day. All right, I like it. And then bottom level here, we have the Hope 4 landing bay. We have 2 Hope Tech all-in-one berths, or sorry, we have one of the, this is a Hope Tech living quarters and the all-in-one berth. Is this supposed to be the captain's quarters?
That one right there is
this one. Okay, so this is supposed to be the Hope Tech captain's quarters right here. And then on front, we've got 2 of these Hope Tech nose A, port and starboard. Behind it, we've got the all-in-one berth, companionway 1x1, an engineering bay 3x1. We've got a Galleon S202 cargo hold from Protected Systems, 950 cargo. Got a Deimos Keg B, single day. Is that the only Deimos thing? Very nice.
No, not the only one. There's one in the back that's...
Oh, yes. I see it. Yep. And then we have our 2 De Gamma 1010 shielded cargo holds from Panoptes, 190 each. Now, you were saying you have these kind of colored and stuff so that they're kind of hidden, so that hopefully they won't be...
that back landing gear, so that the landing gear kind of obscures them from casual visual observation.
And then at the back here, we got 2 Hope 5 landing gear, 1 thrust each, and then we've got the Deimos belly aft. I'm going to put it all together. We're just going to real quickly show that. Yeah, so they're kind of hidden. But that's pretty much it. Awesome ship, Nolgroth. I can't sing your praises enough. So real quick, do you want to shout out your blog? Because you have this on the blog, and you have a lot more ships where you break them down. So if you want to let people know the website.
Yeah, that would be stupid-fat-fingers.blogspot.com.
Perfect. I will also have a link in bio, so that you can click that if you're just want to like bookmark it and stuff. Thank you, Nolgroth, for joining me. Is there anything else you want to add before we finish up this video?
No, I think we pretty well covered everything. And thank you again.
Thank you. Join us next time. We're going to be covering another Nolgroth vessel. As always, guys, don't forget to subscribe, and catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.